Yeah, tell me about the process for marrying the witch's flower.
So, do you know of Studio Ghibli?
Yes.
Yes. So, Mary and the Witch's Flower, there was a time when Miyazaki said, I'm done. I'm done with Studio Ghibli. And he closed it. And he actually closed it twice. And the second time that he closed it, he said, this is it. This is my understanding. But, the artists, everybody but Miyazaki said, I'm not done. I'm not done. You can be done, but we're not done. And we want to keep this legacy going. So they restructured the same, I think it was 400 or 500 artists, and restructured it as Studio Ponok. So, and literally their motto or their was to continue the heritage, the legacy of Studio Ghibli. And so, for all intents and purposes, I really do think of this as a Studio Ghibli film. So it was just like this huge honor. I was just like, wow, I can't believe this is actually happening. So they actually flew me to Tokyo to record. And it was very different because I did have the sheet music. I didn't know what it was. I was able to actually see the film while I was recording. And I had the composer there, Takatsugu Muramatsu, who did the soundtrack for the Ghibli film when Marnie was there as well. And he actually composed every note that I played. So there was very little freedom as far as, hey, Josh, here's a lead sheet, do your own thing. No, it wasn't that at all. But it was very unique in that I had to learn to play with the Japanese accent and then also communicate through translators. And it was a lot. And they knew that. And they were very, 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 very kind to me, very respectful to me, and actually went out of their way to show their appreciation multiple times. So, yeah, it was a huge honor, but two very different approaches. And part of that reflects the difference between an American, composer, somewhat, not exclusively, but somewhat an American composer and a Japanese composer. The approaches, and I'm speaking broadly, I really am, because every person is very different. But broadly speaking, the Americans love improvisation. In a Japanese culture, at least historically, their music is honoring, the intent of the composer.